The United States, Russia and China are non-Muslim countries that are at the top of the ranking as the strongest military countries, but make no mistake, the military strength of Muslim countries cannot be underestimated either. If you want to know what the military strength of Muslim countries in the world is like, just go ahead. Let's take a look at the following 10 military powers of Muslim countries in the world. Pakistan is ranked 9th in the world military. Pakistan has a power index of 0.1572, which has been recorded on the Global Firepower or JFP site, reported by the JFP site to strengthen the country's defense. The Pakistani military has 1,640,000 personnel. To support the military needs of its personnel, the Pakistani government has prepared 1444 defense equipment units in the air sector, 15,231 defense equipment units in the land sector, and 70 defense equipment units in the marine sector. From the financial perspective of this country, allocated funds amounting to $7,690,148,664 or around $114,299,833,331 for its defense budget. Number 8, Egypt. Based on data obtained from JFT site, the Egyptian military, which is ranked 12th in the world, has a strength index of 0.1869. In strengthening its country's defense, the Egyptian military has 1,230,000 personnel. Apart from military personnel, the number of Egyptian military defense equipment also makes neighboring countries nervous. In the military air sector, Egypt has a total of 1,158 units of defense equipment, while from the land sector the Egyptian military has a total of 18,994 units of defense equipment. Turning to the sea sector, the Egyptian military has a total of 101 units of defense equipment. From a financial perspective, this country allocates funds of $4,357,200,000 or around $64,744,000,000 or $70,520,000 for online military hours. Yes. Even though the budget is relatively small, in terms of military strength you can see that, right? Number 7, Turkey is one rank below Egypt. The Turkish military has a strength index of 0.1961 or 12th on the GFP. For Turkey's own military strength has 775,000 personnel. Not only in terms of personnel alone, Turkey's military strength, also equipped with hundreds of up to thousands of defense equipment. With a military budget worth $9,690,000,000 or around $143,968,206,000,000 rupiah, Turkey has 1,164 defense equipment units in the air sector, 18,844 defense equipment units in the land sector, and 84 defense equipment units in the marine sector. With these powers, neighboring countries don't let Turkey bump into Erdogan's troops on the ground. Number 6, Iran is ranked 14th. Iran has Worth Strength Index 0.2104, which has been recorded in the list JFP. From this Iranian country JFP site has 1,15,000 military personnel, 555 defense equipment units in the air sector, 16,054 defense equipment units in the land sector, and 96 defense equipment units in the marine sector. By looking at the large collection, the defense equipment that Iran has turns out to be Iran only allocate funds of $5 billion, or the equivalent of 74,237,000,000,000. The budget is quite small, but apparently its military strength should not be taken lightly, you know. Number 5, Indonesia. Based on the JFP site, Indonesia is located in first place, the strongest military in Southeast Asia with strength index as big as 0.2251, or 15th in the world. In JP's report noted Indonesia has 1,080,000 military personnel, other than skilled military personnel, has been recognized by the world as a military force. Indonesia is also equipped with hundreds, up to thousands of defense equipment with a budget, military worth $9.3 billion or the equivalent of 138,136,620 million Indonesian rupiah, has 461 defense equipment units in the sector, air, 2,387 defense equipment units in the land sector and 227 units of defense equipment at sea. So I'm surprised by the strength of the Indonesian military, including those respected by the world. Number 4, Saudi Arabia. Currently Saudi Arabia is in the ranking 20 with a strength index worth 0.2966, based on the JFP site. Based on data on the site Arabic, Saudi has the same number of troops, 350,000 personnel. In terms of equipment, Saudi Arabia's military has 981 defense equipment units in the air sector, 10,062 defense equipment units in the land sector, and 53 defense equipment units in the marine sector. For its own military budget, the Saudi Arabian government has prepared budget of $46 billion or equivalent, with 683,992,400 million. Number 3, Iraq. Iraq is currently ranked 34th, with an equivalent strength index, 0.5597, based on the site on FB, with as many military troops as there are 330,000 personnel, Iraqi military forces. It is also equipped with 412 units, defense equipment in the air sector, 7,455 defense equipment units in the land sector, and 28 defense equipment units in the marine sector, while for the military budget, the Iraqi government has prepared budget $6.855 billion, or equivalent to 101,948,820,600,000. Apparently Iraq's military strength is not, you can look at it lightly. Number 2, United Arab Emirates, has a strength index of 0.5859. United Arab Emirates military is ranked 36th in the world, based on the JFP site. On this site, the United Arab Emirates, recorded as having a military force of 77,000 to support military needs, personnel. The government of the United Arab Emirates has prepared 548 units of defense equipment in air sector, 10.17 defense equipment units in the land sector, and 49 defense equipment units in the maritime sector, temporarily for shopping purposes. The military of the United Arab Emirates government has prepared $25.266 billion or the equivalent of 375,774,901,500,000. Number 1, Bangladesh. In terms of Bangladesh's military strength, ranked 46th, with index, worth power, 0.6851, based on JFP site in site, it is recorded that Bangladesh has military army of 6,965,000 personnel. That's a lot, right? Bangladeshi military personnel too has 188 defense equipment units in the sector, land, 1624 defense equipment units in the air sector, and 50 defense equipment units in the marine sector. For the government's own military budget, Bangladesh has prepared a budget, military worth $3,890,400,000 or around 57,846,357,600,000.